Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back and welcome to Khris Wrestling Views here on YouTube.com. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and join today. You guys, this is my third video I have done of this new year. Happy New Year once again to you guys. It is now 2022. I just recently, probably like about 20 minutes ago, got finished watching WWE Day 1. What a great show that they put on, but I only had two matches that were my favorite out of all of them. And so you guys, hopefully you guys like the show. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what match you like, match you didn't like, who should have won, how could have they won, how WWE could have done something different, you know what I mean? But anyways, you guys, WWE Day 1 review here by Khris Wrestling Views. Alright, so the opening match, you guys, minus that pre-show match, I ain't really studying that pre-show match on you guys at all. We had the New Day versus the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, of course, and Kofi and Woods, basically the same thing. And this was for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles. So just give you a couple highlights of what happened if you didn't watch, you guys. The Usos started off aggressive and paid tribute, you know, to their uncle Umaga and their father Rikishi by doing the super kicks and then the hip attack in the corner and stuff, you guys. Woods, as Xavier Woods gets into the match, basically get all hyped up and everything, you guys. Do like a Russian leg sweep and a super kick and a kip up and all that stuff, you guys. Then Kofi ends up getting into the ring to try to hit a Trouble in Paradise, but Jay Uso ends up doing a super kick as Kofi was trying to turn back, you guys. But then again, like I said, Jay caught him with the super kick. And then you guys, Kofi attempts to do the SOS twice, trying to get a pitfall, you know, where he has the opponent's side and then he flips over. You get it, just you guys. Anyway, I ain't really gotta explain it. And then there was a double super kick to the head of Kofi, you guys. And then the Usos ends up picking up the victory with a surprise move that was the 3D. Which, you know, of course, you guys, the 3D is the move that Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley used, and the Usos, like I can say, the match was it was very slow paced. It was very even. They definitely did take their time with the match, but the winners, you guys, of this match, of course, is the Usos, winning with that 3D finisher, as I just said before. But you guys, like I said, I like this match right here. This was one of my favorite matches of the show, and they took it slow paced. Usos did their thing. The New Day, they did their thing, you guys, and I feel like that WWE definitely did, think this one out through, and took their time in planning how this match was gonna end and everything like that. It wasn't a surprise. I just liked the flow of the match, and it was just that good. So I gave a rating on that match a 5-star. And so you guys, the next match, we had Madcap Moss versus Drew McIntyre, and this was just a one-on-one match, you guys, right here. So based some highlights of this match, you guys, Drew tried to do a shoulder tackle. Not Drew, Madcap tried to do a shoulder tackle. It ends up running, shoulder first into the turnbuckle, or the second turnbuckle in the corner. And then there was a one-hand spine buster by Drew McIntyre. And then there was Let's Go Drew chants, of course, as well, by, the Atlanta universe out there. And so after the end, Drew McIntyre ends up winning with the Claymore, you guys. And so this match right here, I only gave this match a 2.8. The match was okay. It wasn't good at all, I have to say. We ever see that the feud is gonna continue, because later throughout the show, where Drew McIntyre had a chair on his neck, and then they just end up dropping a steel beam, on the chair and catching the neck, basically, of Drew McIntyre to continue that feud to go on. But you guys, I have to say they could have did this a whole lot better. They could have, had they could have, excuse me, guys, they could have had like Drew McIntyre, um, you know, probably have like a partner or something like that to try to make the match a little bit, a little bit better. But anyways, 2.8 on that match. Wasn't really interested in it. Then you guys, the third match, which was one of my other favorites, which was the Street Profits versus Orton and Riddle. So of course they came out, you guys. But what I liked though was Migos, Takeoff, Offset, and Quavo. When they came out, you guys, with Orton and Riddle, that was a pretty cool thing that they did. And then after then, you guys, Montez. Well, of course, with the Migos, you guys, it's one of them. I remember they used to always say in their song something about Randy Orton or something. I think it was his name or his move or something like that. But they have always been a fan of professional wrestling, even though they, of course, what they do for a living, which is rap and everything like that. And with that, you guys, a lot of people, a lot of hip hop stars, they like professional wrestling. But you guys, even though that they do what they do now, I mean, they still like it, and it's a pretty cool thing that they were at day one tonight. And anyways, you got some highlights of the match. Montez Ford gets tagged in, wanting to fight Randy Orton. There was an elbow and arm tie-up with Orton and Montez Ford. Orton lights up the Street Profits, with a what do you call it, a spike DDT through the rope, of course. Montez Ford ends up going to one corner, and then, of course, he's flipping on the outside or whatever, as he always do. Riddle throws up Montez Ford, and then Randy Orton jumps up and hit the RKO. Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff on the outside, which are the Migos. They were definitely happy, you guys, that Orton and Riddle picked up the match. And of course, the Street Profits, you guys, they definitely did show respect, to Orton and Riddle. I have to definitely say, you guys, that was another pretty cool match. That was one of my favorite. It only looks like the tag team matches are normally not my favorites. As I've been, doing when I'm doing my reviews, most of the time the tag team matches, haven't been my favorites at all. But surprisingly tonight, on day one, they are my favorite. They are my favorite matches of this night. So, anyways, you guys, another match, you guys. We get down. Well, let me give you the rating, you guys, on that match. I gave it a 4.5. I definitely feel like they definitely took their time with the match. Very easy, very slow pace. Wrestlers got the chance to breathe and all that good stuff, you guys. Anyways, we're going to go on to the fourth match of the night, which was Edge versus The Miz. Of course, Miz was with his wife, Maurice. Maurice kept on trying to, as she always do, trying to help The Miz, trying to hit somebody with a purse, trying to slap somebody, trying to hold somebody's leg, trying to help The Miz, and all that stuff, you guys. But anyway, highlights of this match, you guys. I really didn't like the match because Miz really didn't put on a good performance. Compared to how Seth Rollins put on a performance with Edge. I can say Seth Rollins did a whole lot better job than Edge. But I'm just reading the highlights to you guys of what happened, in case if you missed it. Miz basically getting frustrated with the crowd for chanting Edge, and then the crowd saying "Miz, you suck" chants, of course, broke out in the State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Then Miz does a chop block to the leg of Edge, and then ends up locking the figure 4 leg lock. Miz helps out Maurice, Maurice helps out the Miz by pulling his foot onto the rope so Miz can get out the crossface. Miz fakes like he tweaked his knee, and then that's when Maurice slaps Edge with her black purse. Then after then, you guys, Miz was just sitting there, and then he points up the ramp, And so basically, you guys, there was Beth Phoenix. She looked like she was ready to she's ready to wrestle again. She's ready to just tear Maurice's head off, you guys. I felt that was coming. I thought she was gonna appear on Raw, but she didn't. But you guys, Edge ends up winning the match with the spear, you guys, onto the Miz, and I gave that rating a 3.4. But you guys, I feel like the match could have went on a whole lot longer, but the Miz really didn't put up, a lot of effort into this match with Edge. I feel like Edge was, trying to keep the match going, as good as possible, but Miz wasn't really cooperating, as you can tell, throughout the match. He was, always just, falling, or he always getting hit with a move, but not really coming back with it. Then you guys, next match we had, which was another match I didn't like. We had Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. It was for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. So it says here, Becky attempts to do the manhandle slam in the in the beginning of the match, and then that's when Liv Morgan does a reverse arm. Ends up doing an arm drag. Liv with a sunset powerbomb out of the corner onto Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch attempts to do a leg drop off the top rope, but Liv Morgan ends up moving. And then that's when Liv Morgan was trying to hit the Oblivion finisher, where she kind of put you through the ropes, and I forgot the rest of it. But that's when Becky Lynch ends up pushing Liv Morgan to the rope, because they were right there by the rope. So she just pushed her and then gave her the manhandle slam and just basically defeated her. So you guys, with that match right there with Becky and Liv Morgan, I didn't really like the match at all. I feel like Becky was doing a okay job, but at the same time, if it was against someone like Sasha or Bayley whenever she returns, but I feel like Bayley, whenever she returns, I feel like she's probably gonna return at the Royal Rumble and wanted to face Charlotte probably. I think that's what WWE might do, because we know she's been gone for maybe 6 or 7 months now, and so we're in 2022, so she should be back by Royal Rumble time. But you guys, I feel like the match could have went on a lot longer, maybe 2 or 3 more minutes longer. But at the same time, you guys, Becky Lynch, still your Raw Women's Champion. Who will be next to face her? Me, I cannot think of anyone in my head right now. Comment down below, you guys, of who Becky Lynch should face next. Because I'm thinking the thing is over with Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch. Maybe they'll redo that match again. Who knows? Then we get to the main event, you guys, which is another match I didn't like. We got Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins versus Biggie versus Bobby Lashley, and we had a fatal 5-way, but Brock Lesnar, of course, was added to the match simply because Roman Reigns is out due to him testing positive for COVID-19. I made a video on that before the show started. So just give you some highlights of this match, you guys. Kevin Owens and Rollins, of course, they'll try to attack the two big people, Lesnar and Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. With the rock bottom through the table on Bobby Lashley. Owens with a pop-up powerbomb. Lesnar comes in with the F5 on Biggie, Seth Rollins, and Kevin Owens. Lashley comes in with the spear, of course, and then try to do the what you call it thing, the master lock, whatever, or the hurt lock, excuse me. And then ends up coming in with the big ending on Bobby Lashley. Attempts to do it on Lesnar, but Lesnar ends up backsliding, off of Big E's shoulder, and then ends up hitting the F5 and picking up the victory over the WWE champion Big E. And so your winner, like I said, and new WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar. A lot of people, I'm not sure, I haven't seen any post or anything yet, how people think about the match. Think about Brock Lesnar winning the WWE title. I'm guessing a lot of people were released because, of Brock Lesnar, because Vince McMahon needs Brock Lesnar, and with Brock Lesnar with his performance, definitely do a pretty cool job. And at the same time, you guys, I would kind of hate to lose superstars versus paying one superstar millions of dollars. But anyways, you guys, I gave that match a 3.2. So my rating for the whole entire show, you guys, I had to give it a 9.1. But you guys, it could have went a whole lot better with most of the matches. Like I said, I only liked the tag team title matches, and that was pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching Khris Wrestling Reviews here on YouTube.com. You guys, I will be doing gameplays here on my channel. It's gonna be really any game, whether it's like a war game or whether it's like a football or basketball game. I will be doing gameplays here on my channel. Make sure you check it out as well. When I do upload, and also when I create like little posts, I'll let you guys know, when I'll be playing and all that stuff. But like I said, you got to click that post notification bell so you won't miss any videos. But that is it, you guys, for your WWE Day 1 review. Wonder what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw. Will they do a rematch between Biggie and Brock Lesnar on Monday Night Raw? Who knows? We'll definitely have to see. Thank you guys for watching Khris Wrestling Reviews here on YouTube.com. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.